I am Mordecai, a humble servant of the king and guardian to a queen. This is Esther, my cousin. She's special, you see. But she doesn't know just how special yet. Our story begins in Susa, the capital of Persia, where King Xerxes ruled over 127 provinces. The king held a grand feast, lasting 180 days. Can you imagine? That's a lot of food. But when he commanded Queen Vashti to appear before his guests, she refused. Oh boy, was he angry. So the king decided to find a new queen. That's where our Esther comes in. When Esther was chosen to go to the palace, I told her, keep your identity a secret for now.
But Uncle Mordecai, why must I hide who I am?
Sometimes, little one, the right moment to reveal oneself comes later than we expect. Esther was kind and won favor with everyone she met. Even Hegai, the keeper of the women, liked her. When it was Esther's turn to go before the king, she asked for nothing except what Hegai advised. And wouldn't you know it? The king loved Esther more than all the other women. He set the royal crown upon her head and made her queen instead of Vashti. As Esther adjusted to palace life, a shadow fell over our people. Haman, the king's advisor, plotted our destruction. You see, I had refused to bow to Haman. His pride was hurt, and his anger turned to hatred. Haman convinced the king to issue a decree to destroy all Jews in the kingdom. When I heard this terrible news, I tore my clothes and put on sackcloth and ashes. I sent word to Esther, urging her to go to the king and plead for our people.
But Uncle, no one can approach the king uninvited. It could mean death.
If you remain silent, deliverance will arise from another place. But perhaps you have come to your royal position for such a time as this.
Then I will go to the king, even though it is against the law. And if I perish, I perish.
Those words, they changed everything. My little Esther was no more. A queen stood before me. And Esther fasted for 3 days and nights, preparing herself for what was to come. On the third day, she put on her royal robes and stood in the inner court of the king's palace. Esther approached the king, risking everything, and in that moment, she shone brighter than any star in the Persian sky. The king extended his golden scepter. Esther's courage had won her an audience. Esther invited the king and Haman to a banquet, not once, but twice. At the second banquet, Esther revealed her true identity and Haman's wicked plot. The king was furious. Haman begged Esther for his life, but it was too late. Haman was hanged on the very gallows he had prepared for me. The king gave Esther Haman's estate and made me his chief advisor. A new decree was written, allowing the Jews to defend themselves. And so, our people were saved. All because one young woman found the courage to stand up and say, "This is who I am." We celebrate this deliverance every year during the Feast of Purim. Remember, little ones, true courage isn't the absence of fear. It's acting in spite of it. Esther's story teaches us that sometimes we are placed in difficult positions for a greater purpose, and that even one person, acting with bravery and faith, can change the course of history. So the next time you face a challenge that seems too big, remember Queen Esther. You too might be here for such a time as this.